What is going on, my peeps? Your man Versatile is back with another video, back here to talk about the PS5 UI reveal. Yes, Sony on their main YouTube channel has finally given us a glimpse into what the PlayStation 5's user interface will look like. But before we get into the details, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit the notification bell so that way YouTube informs you when I drop videos. That way we can sit back, chillax, and see what's cracking. Now let's get into the video. So, as you guys will be watching throughout me talking about some of the things I like or maybe be slightly concerned about, I will have the elements from that video be playing so that way you guys can see for yourselves how much more awesome this looks and what we're going to be experiencing with the PS5. And one of the first things that I noticed is it just looks so much more clean and revitalized. Like, I know like we have had the PS4 UI for years now, but there's something different between having, if not a wallpaper or a live wallpaper or a dynamic theme being used to give you a different look for your PlayStation UI, and then having an actual game being played in the background when you hit the PlayStation button. And so, like, yeah, while you're playing a game, when you hit the PlayStation button, now we have cards that pulls up and it gives you activities for the current game that you're playing. So as you guys see, Sackboy was used as an example, and it shows like the progress from different levels that you're in that you can jump right into and finish those out and do 100% completion on those. And one of the other things that I liked about that is if you're having trouble completing some of the quests, you can actually watch a video straight in the PlayStation. It'll basically find a video for you. You don't have to scrub through the internet to try to look for it, or even YouTube, unless, of course they don't have anything that they could find. But you can easily go right to a video, pin it to a side, or expand it so that way you're actually watching that to really get a good idea of where these quests are, and then you can go right and find the quest. I like that. Now, I guess with Sackboy, the availability to pin a video wasn't available, or it's not available yet, but you can actually do a picture-in-picture, much like your phone. If you have an Android, with YouTube, you can do picture-in-picture. So you can leave the YouTube app and the video will grow smaller and stick in a corner, or you can basically move it around the screen. Well, you'll be able to do that with the PS5 now. That's the power that we will now have with these SSDs, is being able to just do so much multitasking. And that's probably one of the things I'm super uber excited about with the PlayStation. And so one of the other things they showed us is like the official news page, and then they also showed us how you can jump into parties. So while you're playing a game, a party can pop up and you can join right then and there. Voice chat, you can actually talk via the controller now, so you don't have to have a headset. Now, thankfully, I do have a headset, and I plan on getting a Pulse 3D headset at some point. But you can use the microphones built in the controller to actually voice chat. And you can also mute the mics from the controller. That is what I find so cool. And then, like, in the group chat, you or somebody else in your party can share their screen. So while you guys, if not playing the same game, maybe playing different games and kind of want to watch each other play while you're playing the game, you can do that. And then you can pin in picture-in-picture their video to anywhere on the screen while you're playing your game. That is called intuitive functionality that I think we are looking for with the PlayStation. Now, granted, are these tools or accessibility options, you could say, gonna be something that we're probably gonna use all the time? Probably not. But the fact that they're there and that what we got to see so far is that they're very tuned up. That's the thing that we want to see, is that them giving us these options for when we do want to do that. The next thing they showed us was Destruction All-Stars. That's the game that I kept trying to remember that comes with the bundles that GameStop was basically giving out back when the PlayStation 5 hit for pre-orders. They showed us how fast that game loads next. So that game was not started yet. I think they started that game from scratch after leaving Sackboy, and it loaded up still really quick. And what they showed us was how you can take screenshots and record video. And the beautiful thing about that is you can record 4K on the PlayStation 5 now. So gone are the days of just 1080p 30. You can record up to 4K gameplay. Now, it will be interesting because I don't think they clarified if it was 4K 30 and 4K 60 that you could record, or is it just 4K 30, or potentially 4K 120. But the nice part about that is you can record gameplay beyond 1080p 30, which also means you should be able to record gameplay at 1080p 60. Now just know that you're gonna need a very solid thumb drive or additional SSD that you're gonna be plugging in if you wanna remove that content off, or if you wanna upload it elsewhere, because it might take a little bit to upload 4K content, but at least the option is available, and that is what I'm so excited about, is that right there. So that's also amazing. That's very cool. One of the other things they showed us is how like the PlayStation Store is now integrated into the UI, and it's not just a standalone app. So now it will move and feel much more fluid and smooth and give you more personalized recommendations based off your gaming experience. So that's also awesome to see. And then aside from the cards, you know, of course, if you guys hadn't seen, they had already kind of zoomed back out and giving us what the new XMB or cross media bar looks like. And it's much like the PS4, it's just updated. Like, and it's probably a much needed update, and you see it flows so much better. I think the icons for the games and what's on the cross media bar are a little bit smaller, but they're now way up at the top. So that way when you zoom across games, you'll get their background image when you're on the game to fill in. And I think I like that personal touch for each game that you have. It kind of does that for or on the PlayStation 4, but not to the degree in which we see here on a PS5. So if you're on Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, you see it in the background, of course, and whatever you're on, it displays in the background behind the cross media bar, and I like that. And the reason why it pushes that cross media bar up is because of all the information you can obtain when you go down, like you can on the PlayStation 4, when you hit down on the D-pad or on the analog stick to view more information about that specific game or section that you're looking at. It gives you all that space now to display that information to you, and I really dig that. I like that. I'm just excited for what else they're gonna show us about the PS5 UI, because they only gave us a few glimpses into activities, game activities, cards, screenshot and recording, and you know, a glimpse into how the games will load and how much faster they load. And then of course it gives us a glimpse into what the rest mode, you know, screen looks like, and it looks really cool. So hopefully tomorrow, if not in a few days, or even next week, if it's something they do with like every Thursday leading up to the PlayStation 5 official, you know, launch date or sale, that'll be dope, because I'm sure there's so much more they can show us. I know I saw a customization button down at the bottom, and I think that's in regards to, if not the cross media bar section, your quick menu when you press and hold the PlayStation button. So that would be interesting to see if they go into details about that, the settings that are available for us to use and play around with. Like, I hope that they can give us more in detail videos or tutorials about the PS5 UI and what we can actually do with it, so that way we're not completely, if not confused, a little lost when we get our PlayStation 5 systems. So that's something that I'll be looking forward to. If you guys have been paying attention or watching it, you know, as I've been talking, or if you guys already saw the video yourself, you just wanted to see somebody react to it, what is it that you liked about the PS5 updated UI? What is it, some things you're looking forward to? What are some things that may have concerned you? What are you looking forward to in terms of the PS5 UI? Leave the comments down in the comment section below. But your man Versatile is signing out. And until the next video, wait for